안녕하세요. Hello, K-friends. Welcome back to my channel. I am Chung. It's great to see you again. Last week, one of my Facebook friends asked me how to make traditional kimchi. She said that she loves kimchi. So she learned how to make kimchi at one of the Korean kimchi workshops. But when she made it at home, it didn't turn out the same way. Today, I want to share some tips for making kimchi that I learned from my mother-in-law. Hope everyone can make Korean traditional kimchi easily after watching the video. Let's get started. Step 1. Brining nappa cabbage. This nappa cabbage looks clean, so I can use it all. If the outer leaves of the cabbage is not good, remove it. Cut the thick white part of the cabbage lengthwise in half, and then split the rest with your hands. If you cut it in half like this, the cabbage leaves come out a little less. And put some cuts in the middle part like this. That way the cabbage gets brined better. How can I brine the cabbage well? The answer is to add 1 cup of coarse sea salt based on 10 cups of water. Put about 10 cups of water in a large bowl. Put 1 cup of salt. The salt I use in Korean coarse sea salt. Dissolve by hand so that the salt can melt well. But if you don't have sea salt, just use fine salt. When you use fine salt, you have to use a smaller amount than coarse sea salt, because fine salt is more salty than coarse sea salt. You can purchase Korean coarse sea salt at a Korean grocery store or Amazon. Soak the cabbage in salt water and remove excess water and put it to another bowl. One of the most important processes in making kimchi is brining the nappa cabbage. If you brine the cabbage well, half of the process of making kimchi is done. In order to show you well, I just put it on the cutting board. Sprinkle the rest of the salt on each white stem of cabbage little by little. Cabbage leaves are easily brined, but the thick white stem needs more salt to be brined well. This process seems a bit inconvenient, but it's very important to make delicious kimchi. If the nappa cabbage is smaller than this, you need to reduce the amount of salt from 3¼ cup to ½ cup. You can do the rest of the cabbage in the same way. Place the cabbage in a bowl like this. Put this in the remaining salt water. Sprinkle the remaining salt on stem parts like this. It's good to press it with something heavy like this. Then the cabbages will be brined evenly. Brine it for about 8 hours. 8 hours later, the cabbage was brined so well, you can split the brined cabbage like this before washing it. How do you know if the cabbage is brined well? If the white stem part of the cabbage is bending like this, it's well brined. If it's less brined, the white stem will break off easily. Wash the brined cabbages in running water 2 to 3 times. Wash the stem parts sprinkled with salt well. Put the washed cabbage in a basket and drain it. Step 2. Making flour paste. Pour about 3¼ cup of water. Put 1 tablespoon of flour in the pot, stir it well and boil it. Boil it over high heat while continuously stirring. When it starts to boil, stir it over medium heat for about 2 more minutes. Why do you use flour paste when you make a kimchi? Flour paste helps to mix the kimchi seasoning and ferment it well. Cool it down before using it. Step 3. Making kimchi paste. While the cabbage is being drained, let me show you how to make a kimchi paste. Cut half of the pear into appropriate sizes. If you don't have a Korean pear, you can use an apple. Cut it in half and remove the seeds. And peel the skin. Cut half an onion into appropriate sizes. In Korea, the way to make a kimchi varies slightly from region to region. Some people slice radish and mix it with a seasoning without grinding, like this. But my mother-in-law just ground it and make kimchi. Cut the radish into appropriate sizes. Put them all in the blender. Add about 10 pieces of garlic and a bit of ginger. You can add 1/5 of the garlic for ginger. If you put too much ginger, the taste of kimchi will be bitter. Slice the green onions into appropriate sizes. Grind the ingredients finely. This method saves lots of time for making kimchi, instead of cutting all the ingredients. Add 1 cup of red pepper powder. Add half a cup of fish sauce. I've tried various kinds of fish sauce, but it tastes best when I use this brand of fish sauce. Add the flour paste. Let me use about 3/4 of the flour paste. Put the ground sauce in a large bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of honey. If you don't have honey, you can use sugar. Add the green onions and mix gently. Very simple kimchi paste is done. Step 4. Spreading kimchi paste. This is the drained cabbage. Spread the kimchi paste over each lip, especially stem part, because the lip part is saltier than the base part. Once I saw a video. In the video, the program host asked one question to a man. What do you think kimchi is? He described the kimchi as a live and breathing food. It means that kimchi enters our body and does a lot of beneficial effects. I have some seasoning left. What should I do? Put the remaining seasoning in a Ziploc or container and store it in the freezer. You can use it again when you make kimchi next time, or you can use it to make radish kimchi or cucumber kimchi. Sprinkle some sesame seeds if you have. This is optional. Let me show you how to store kimchi. Fold the leaf part of the cabbage and wrap it with the outermost leaf. This way prevents the kimchi sauce from falling out and air contacting, which helps fermentation. Do the rest in the same ways. Place it cut side up in a container. How to store kimchi. Leave kimchi out at room temperature for about half a day and then store in the refrigerator. Very delicious kimchi is done. I hope you enjoyed watching today's episode. If you think the video was useful, please push the like and subscription button. I will be back with a better episode next time. Until then, stay well and be happy. 감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요. Bye bye.